Today we're going to go over how to change out the spring drive in an HS116 starter. So we'll start here. We'll mount the starter in a vise. And we're going to take off the drive housing, 1/4 inch Allen wrench, 4 5/16 socket head screws. Now that we have the drive housing off, we're going to turn it around. We're going to take the motor assembly loose. Okay. Just going to flip this around. Okay, there's 2 screws we're going to need to take loose. If you notice, one of these screws passes all the way through and is threaded, and the other one here is threaded. So we're going to take these 2 loose, which will release this. So 5/8 inch wrench. Re-clamp this a little different. When we put these back on, we're going to re-torque those. Those get torqued to 50 foot-pounds or 68 Newton meters. Okay, so got those loose. And I can just take this apart. This is keyed into the shaft. Okay, so now we have this. We're going to take a snap ring off right here, and that'll allow us to pull that shaft out. Okay, I got a little pick tool here. I'm going to get underneath this. There we go. Just work that on around. Okay, so I take that off. So now I've removed the drive. I'm going to take the barrel pinion off. There's a snap ring in here. I'm just going to release that. That allows me to take that off, set that to the side. Okay, and I'll find the retention screw right there. I gotta put this in a vise so that I can compress this spring. Okay, I take a screwdriver, take a little thinner blade one. And I just take this screw out, okay, release that. That allows our shaft to come right out of there. And we just take our new drive and put it back in there, make sure the 2 keys are in there, lined up. We screw our screw in here, screw this in. A little bit of pressure off of that. You have to kind of find that hole in the shaft there. There we go. You can see it centered itself up. You screw this in until it goes below the surface. It doesn't have to be tight, but you can just snug it a little bit. And you release it back. And now it's captured, it can't come back out. So now, take a little grease. We use a moly grease. Put it on this outer housing here. Slide that drive right up in there. Make sure you got your shim there. I'm going to put it in a vise here to hold everything in place. Make sure it's up. There we go. And then I'm going to put the spiral locks clip back on. This can be a pain sometimes to get on. Usually you kind of just feed them around. Now, like I did there. Okay. I usually try to just turn it a little bit, just make sure, yep, everything's in place. Okay, my shim's intact. We're good there. Next step would be just to reassemble. In that case, I'd take the motor here, check my keys in place, insert that into there. You also notice there's an O-ring here. Seal that. And I just rotate that around. We'll drop our bolts in. Start both of them. Okay, use these to just draw everything up. And then we're going to torque these bolts to 50 foot-pounds or 68 newton meters. And then at that point, we flip it back over. Put my barrel pinion back on. Make sure you put the clip on first. Line it up. Now these drives, you can wind it out. They're an inertia drive, so they can come either shipped down or out, doesn't matter. But you wind it out, gives you a little access. Now they lock out, so it won't go back down to the rest position until the engine's started. So I usually put a little grease in here, in the shaft, in the hole, just a little bit. Line that on there. And put your clip back in. Some people prefer to put the, and you know, you can do it either way. You can put the barrel pinion on before you put that drive in there. Not all that hard to get it in, but you know, just depends on how you want to do it. Now what I usually do then at this point is I try to rotate the clip around so that it's fully engaged in there. Make sure everything's in there good. Okay, so now I have my clip in. Next step, put my drive housing back on, orient it properly. One thing I didn't say when I took this off, but a good idea is to maybe take a paint marker and mark your orientations here, 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 here. That way you get everything lined up. Put these bolts back in and tighten everything down, and your starter and your drive is back and you're ready to go.